Hello everybody, Logan here, and I have a little bit of an update. The first part of this is going to be talking about a top surgery consult that's coming up, and that's very short, and the rest of it's just going to be a little bit of like a diet and exercise update. So, just so you know. Okay, so the first bit of information that I have is that my referral went through to U of M again, and I got a top surgery consult on December 28th with a Dr. Wilkinson. Sorry about that, it's my computer. Wilkins, I think? Dr. Wilkins. Hold on. Yeah, a Dr. Wilkins. A Dr. Ed Wilkins. I think his first name's Ed. I'm sorry, I'm horrible at this. And he works under Dr. Kuzan at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor. I tried to look up stuff on TransBucket. There's nothing with his results in it. So if there's anyone watching this who has had surgery with him, maybe write down below your experience, or if you want it more private, you can email me, and I'll leave my email in the description, and just in the subject line, you know, put Dr. Wilkins or top surgery, whatever, comment so I don't overlook it, in like all caps. I'd really appreciate any information you have. At this point, I just really want the surgery done and over with, and I still care about my results, but I just want it done. I feel like if I just get it done, saving up for revisions will be a lot cheaper than the actual whole surgery. You know, but I'll be making a video. I don't know if I'll be making it on that day, because the appointment is, I think, at 3, and by the time we get back from all the driving, because I'm going from Flint to Ann Arbor, and we usually spend a couple hours out there since the drive's so tedious. You know, it kind of sucks to drive about almost 2 hours to get to our destination and find parking, you know, just to be there for 10 minutes and then drive another almost 2 hours back. That's, you know, we usually stay out there and eat at least or something, get some time in for the drive. So, I'm pretty excited, but I'm a little nervous because I don't know anything about him. Now, I did have a consult a year ago with Dr. Kuzan, so I know what to expect when I go in there. And then we'll go from there. We'll go and see if I qualify for surgery, which I know I will because Dr. Kuzan approved me for surgery a year ago. And then we'll have to wait and see if my insurance company will pay for it, like they told me that they will, provided you know, they have their certain terms of conditions, and I pass all of those, in my view. Their view's different. I might have to fight it. I might get turned down again. Hopefully the appeal process will actually work for me this time. I don't know, I'm talking like I'm already defeated and it's not going to be covered, but I really I don't want to get my hopes up too much and just be crushed, you know. I'm trying to be realistic about it all. So, that's that. Okay, so on to diet and exercise. As a lot of you who've watched me over the years know, I've struggled with my weight ever since my father got sick and passed away. I became extra depressed because I was already depressed, but it was like mourning because I was really close to my father, and I gained a ton of weight in a short amount of time, and 6 years later I still, you know, have it on. My top, I guess, the most I've ever weighed was just shy of 280 pounds, and that was about this time last year, actually. I am now currently 250 pounds, so basically ever since the testosterone has gotten in my system over the past year, I've gradually lost weight. Also, I found out that the reason I've been so tired for the past couple of months, like insanely tired, is because I have a hypothyroidism. My thyroid numbers were so low that my doctor actually used the word excruciatingly low in the sentence to let me know. So it's been about 2 months I've been on a really low dose. It just got up last week, and I'm slowly coming around. On top of that, I also found that I have sleep apnea, severe sleep apnea actually, and so my restless sleep on top of my hypothyroidism, you know, my doctor actually said he didn't know how I was able to get out of bed every day. So, and it is hard, you know. So anyways, I got a CPAP machine. I'm sorry, I'll get to the diet and stuff later, but this is part of my health. I have a CPAP machine. I've had it for the past month, and surprisingly, I didn't think I'd be able to like adapt to it really quickly. This thing strapped to my face, and I have, like right away. Even when I was at my sleep appointment, and one of them, when they find out that you do need it, they put a CPAP on you and they try it out at different levels, you know, and I was able to fall asleep pretty well and sleep with it on, and I haven't had any issues falling asleep with it. The only thing I don't like is I can't sleep on my belly. You know, you're attached to this thing and I can't sleep on my belly, so usually in the morning when I wake up fresh or whatever, I'm not completely fresh, but I like to lay there for like an hour on my belly, because it does help like relieve the pressure of in my lower back from only being on my sides and back when I sleep. But anyone having like issues with not getting restful sleep, you might want to consider having a sleep study done, because if you have sleep apnea, you know, a CPAP machine really does help. Like, I notice a difference when I wake up for the day most days now. It's just that now I'm waiting for my thyroid to get back into order so that my energy lasts more than 4 hours, you know, but I'm feeling more rested. Oh, and I had like 219 events in like 5 hours of sleep, 5 or 6 hours of sleep when I was there. And events meaning I stopped breathing and woke up temporarily. And I was talking to a friend, and he says that's like you woke up every 2 minutes. Well, you can't get rest that way, you know. So, anyways, I'm sure I bored you with that. Okay, so I've been losing weight. I went from 280 this time last year to now I'm 250. So that's a lot of weight loss over a year, and it's pretty good amount of weight to lose, even though I really hadn't done anything special. I did go vegetarian there for about 6 months while I was working, and there's videos back. And I got off of that because after a few months I started feeling malnutritioned. Now, this is not to say that a vegetarian diet will do that to you. That's not at all the case. What did it was I wasn't eating properly. I was at work. I was working at, well, I won't say where I was working, but it was one of those pharmacy type places that also have food, and I worked as the photo person. Maybe I said in a past video where I worked, but I'm not going to say it now. And I don't know, I was just too tired to make myself food, and now I know why. So I would have to eat whatever they have there, and a lot of junk food's vegetarian and even vegan, and so I was eating primarily junk food. And then I'd come home and I'd have like a salad and whatever, but a salad at the end of a day of junk food really isn't enough to help you. Like, you know, so I started feeling malnutrition, I started feeling weaker, and I had to end up giving in and doing meat again, and I stayed with chicken for a while because other than that I wasn't getting at least a whole meal. I wasn't worried about the protein but everything else, and if I can go somewhere and get some meat in something, you know, I don't know, it just made it easier. I wasn't very happy about this change. I do want to be a vegetarian. I really like it. I'm not working now, I'm not going to go into that, or maybe I already have in a past video, so it doesn't matter. But I think for a New Year's resolution, I think maybe New Year's Day I'm going to start with my vegetarian diet again, but then do it right this time, you know. I'm not worried about getting enough protein. I know how to get plenty of protein on a vegetarian or even a vegan diet. It's just a matter of I need to make sure I'm not eating only junk food, or really just limit it. Sorry. So, anyways, the other thing I did was I signed up for a membership at Planet Fitness. I live very close to the local mall. It's literally 2 minutes away from me, and the Planet Fitness is there. And I got a membership because I kept hearing all around it's only like $10, and I'm like, there's got to be a catch. But I went there and it's $10. They have two different versions, you know, there's like the black label card whatever holder, and it's like twice that. But it was only $10 to join, and it's $10 a month. It's no contract, so at any point where I don't feel like going anymore, I can say, well, you know, I'm not going to come here anymore, I'm not going to pay anymore, and no harm, no foul. And I really like that, because sometimes I'm really gung-ho for the first month or two, and then I, you know, fade out, you know. But I'm determined this time not to fade out. So I'm actually going to be going there in another 40 minutes or so, work off some calories. Next week I'm adding weight training and stuff, but not heavy duty. They have like a circuit thing. I'm going to do the circuit thing where you work out your whole body, and it's like a half hour. You know, you go from a weight machine to like this little step thingy for some cardio, so you're moving, you know, 30 seconds each spot, you know, and then you finish a whole circuit after a half hour. I'm going to add that twice a week to my 3 days a week cardio. My cardio really right now is only it's walking on the treadmill. Because I was so sedentary, really that's enough. It's just making sure I'm moving. I'm getting my heartbeat up to about 140 beats per minute, which for me, my height is 5'6". My weight is 250. I'm 38 years old. I'm sedentary, so I have to take it easy at first, and then I'm going to build up from there. I also want to make sure to build some chest muscle for if I do end up having surgery. The more chest muscle you have, the better they can decide. Sorry about my phone. The better they can decide where to put the incisions under the muscle, and I want to make sure there's enough muscle there. I really don't know how much I'll be able to build. I don't know how long it'll be before I have surgery. I don't know if it's going to be paid for. If it's not, it's going to be a lot longer, like another year and a half, for me to save up for it, unless something fucks up again. But, yeah, so that's where I'm at. So anyways, I'm getting everyone up to date. I'm sorry I haven't been around for everyone else. There's a couple guys that I love to watch and keep up on. And I plan on going back and catching up on you guys, and yeah, man, I don't know what else to say. Oh, in December 2nd will be my year and a half on testosterone officially, and wow, that's amazing. I still have a lot of changes to go. I still have a long ways to go, but you know what? I'm really happy with where I am right now. I'm very fortunate to be able to make this change in my life. Yeah, I wish I mean, I'm almost at a year and a half. I still get mammed a lot. I still have to use, I have to use the women's locker room. I did talk to them, though, about, I am transgender and I am changing genders, and later on when I am male, is it okay that I switch to the other, is there going to be a problem with me going to the other one? I said I won't be doing that till after I have surgery at least. And they said, yeah, it's whatever's on your license, whatever your gender is there. But I'm sure that if I'm male passing definitely, no one's going to question me going into the men's locker room. Like just today, this is one thing that happened today. And it's the first time that it's happened this way. But I went into local Kroger, and the bell ringer people are there for the charity. And I walked in. I had my big old leather coat, but I'm pretty top heavy, so a lot of times that shows. But I don't think it was so much that. My face is still predominantly female looking because I don't really have much to speak of as far as facial hair. And the guy said, good evening, or good afternoon, ma'am. And I said, oh, hello, with my regular voice. Only I just woke up, so you know how it's always a little deeper. And he goes, oh. When I looked back, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. And I was like, oh, that's okay. I'm just made light of it and stuff. But it's the first time it's happened like that switch. Usually it's, they hear my voice first. They see me from behind or maybe just here. And it's with my voice. It's, oh, hello, sir. And then if they see me, it's, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. And I'm like, and I always say the same thing. Oh, it's okay. I don't challenge anyone because it's not everyone's business so much how I identify, and people are going to see me how they're going to see me, and I can't be mad at them for that if it's just an honest mistake. They don't really know. You pick your battles. You pick your battles when you're out there and what you're comfortable with, and not everyone needs to know you're trans. Not everyone needs to know that you're going through this change, especially when you're within your first couple years, and if you're like me and it's taking a while for it to really visually show to people, But to each their own. Everyone's journey is special and it's their own, and you do with it what you will. So anyways, if I don't make a video before the 28th, happy holidays to everyone, whatever it is you celebrate, or even if you don't, celebrate that. It is a holiday season. You still are surrounded by it, and please just be safe out there. Alright, bye.